Good evening, everyone. It's July the 10th, 2024, and I just wanted to do a little catch up and on some things and a bit of a summary of what's been happening over the last few videos. And today I wanted to bring forward some comments through this that I've seen on my YouTube channel there, the comments that come in. And I think some of them are very good, and I think they really need to be heard. So I'm going to start with the first one, and this was from someone, and a very nice person that I know. And bullies are birds of a feather. They do lie, which is also defamation. And yes, Julie has worked hard, walked all the time, and now she can get some relief and a place to stay, now to relax and finally call home. I'm so happy for her, and it inspires me with her courageous smile and motivational words and truth. We need a support system that works with us, and I am happy to say I have one as well. Take care. Be safe, everyone. And then my response to her was, thanks for the comment. The truth is finally coming out. You have your way of doing it on your channel, and I have my way of doing it on my channel to get the truth out. If only more people had the courage to speak up and not let the bullies take control. However, the truth always stands the test of time. And this is another party that also has a YouTube channel that talks about all the different problems on the streets and whatnot, like I do. So we converse back and forth once in a while. And then there's another comment here. Julie, you're good, kind, and beautiful. My friend, I love you always. See you around St. Joe's Women's Shelter, which is opening soon in July. Call first. And then I just responded, thanks. I will pass that message on to Julie when I see her next time. Then 3. This is called defamation. I have people doing the same with me, but people who truly know you, what is what. Most importantly, you know who you are, and you have to rise above these defamation attempts. Stay strong, as you always do, my warrior. Okay, and then this is another one that we talked about, another video where I brought up the bear spray, and I got an interesting response back because I had several people, as a matter of fact, telling me about it. But this is the one here, and I'm the one who suggested Christine carry bear spray about the same time I lost patience with the mayhem out there. What is worse is if you come to the building door and can't get in because a group of street people are doing drugs, call security and they protect the drug users. And then my response is, thanks again for the comment. You are not the only one who suggested the bear spray out of frustration. A couple of other people have suggested it to me as well, expressing their frustration. You are far from alone in this. As for our security, they too feel frustrated and powerless to a point. If they call the police and the police come and all the paperwork is done, and even if let's say it is something that goes to court, the court lets them out till their court date. They want their drugs from the dealer, so it does not deter them from coming back to our door. This is frustrating to the police as well. They do all the necessary paperwork, and these people are out on the streets in no time. These people know this and flaunt this to security and in the police's face. So it really feels useless to bother. What needs to happen is rules and regulations as well as laws need to be changed. Rather than being mad at security or police when they are trying to do their job, we all need to raise our voices in unison and call for rules, regulations, and laws need to be changed without using violence to do it. I hope you find this useful. So that was my response back to the party. And of course, when you look at all the frustration that we're having, it's a really bad situation that we're in right now. And of course, on one of my videos, when I talked about things being flaunted back in their face, look at that poor jewelry store owner who tackled the guy and got one of them after he got robbed. And that was what was flaunted in his face. You know, I can do whatever I want. I can rob you anytime and you can't do anything about it. So this is what's being flaunted in everyone's face. So of course everybody's getting frustrated. And where it's going to end, Who knows at this point in time? So, and being able to stand up to bullies. Not everybody can do it. I guess I want to say a little bit about that and my own situation of my second husband, not the police officer this time, was when I put up his addiction to prescription drugs, and that's one of my videos from further back, being addicted to prescription drugs, when I talked about some of the things that he did. And his way of bullying me was very simple, because he believed that I should be the one, that if he's got doctor's appointments, I wrote all the doctor's appointments out. I talked to the doctors. Even though he did some of the talking to doctors, he let me talk a lot to the doctors. And of course, if something went wrong, guess who got blamed? Me, of course. That's one of the big things about bullies, is if they want something done or something has to be projected, that it's always you that gets blamed. Like a bully wants you to do something, okay, in a certain time period, and you've just got the information and you've had an emergency on your hands and you're unable to do that at that moment, of course. Well, you do everything for everybody else. My husband used this expression too, but you don't want to do anything for me. I don't count. Put you on the guilt trip. Boy, are bullies ever good on doing the guilt trip thing. So I know where people are coming from, but you have to rise above that. And it's difficult. I don't have all the answers myself. I just try to give people suggestions. And sometimes I feel like years ago in the newspaper, when we had more newspapers before everything went online, they had a couple of columns that Dear Abby column and an Ann Landers column, and they were sisters, and people would write in and ask for advice. So sometimes it's kind of interesting being text now, and people are asking for answers to questions, and I just do my best. Don't have all the answers. I'm only doing my best as I see it, as what I've experienced over the many, many years of living, to try and balance things out, try and answer it, try and bring the frustration down, and let people know they have choices. Yes, they do. You can either be bullied into doing something that you don't want to do in the first place, and of course they put you on a guilt trip, or you can say no. You have the right to say no. And of course they'll keep pestering you and pestering you. But there's many ways of blocking that too. You just have to turn around and say no, 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 and make it a firm no. And sometimes they will get violent, and I've seen that too. So that's when it's necessary, when you've said enough no's and you've got enough proof, then that's when you need to go to the court sometimes and get a restraining order. So I've been through a lot of things. I know this video is getting long. I know certainly there's going to be a lot more to be said over time on the bullying and that. But this is where I'm going to leave it today. And everyone, just remember, you have the right to say no to the bully. And our children are being bullied so much online to do this, to do that, and to meet up with them. And the next thing you know, they're in human trafficking and everything else. So we have to teach our children that it's okay to say no. And it's certainly okay for that child to come up to a responsible adult. And that responsible adult needs to listen to that child, literally. And then they need to make a decision to help that child out and go to the authorities if necessary. And that's not non-violence right there. Let the police handle it if you've got that problem. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. And everyone, take care and watch your surroundings. Be safe, and we'll talk again soon. And bye-bye.